somewhere in the waters of Miri, Sarawak. The Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency is on a lookout for illegal fishing trawlers. The Sibuti Reef Complex used to be home to a vast array of coral reefs and marine lives. However, due to illegal trawling and coastal development, the marine ecosystem is severely affected. To investigate the matter, we set out to Sibuti Reef Complex in Miri, Sarawak.
We are right now in Sibuti Reef Complex of the Miri Sibuti Coral Reef National Park, and we heard that there were some coral destructions happening here. So we're going to dive shortly and check out how severe it is.
Clear below.
What we saw underwater was shocking. This area, once filled with healthy coral reefs, now covered with silts and sand.
We just arrived at the Sibuti Reef Complex of Miri Sibuti Coral Reef National Park. What we saw that around 90% of the coral in this area dead and covered by silt and sand. So the major problem here actually is the siltation. I dive here in 2002-2003. The coral reef was awesome. It's very beautiful, pristine. Due to the when they build the coastal road near the shoreline, so people start to move in, and then a lot of new development, land clearing for agriculture purposes and resettlement. Then all the silt and sand, clay transported to the sea and covered the coral reef. We also saw ghost net in some part of the coral reef, but it's not major. It's just a small area of the reef. And then there is some coral, dead coral, the coral rubble can be seen in this area. It's maybe because of the trawler net.
Marine lives such as turtles are swept by fishing trawlers, as the Sibuti Coral Reef Complex is also turtle migratory routes.
Every year we recorded more than 100 turtle found dead between Sematan and Telaga Air, the area which is near to our turtle nesting haven. We found that this turtle were dead because they were trapped in fishing trawler. So we conducted patrolling enforcement with Department of Fisheries Sarawak, but it's not successful. When we arrive, you never see them. When get back to land, they start to trawl.
Saya tidak nafikan gejala-gejala ini masih berlaku. Namun begitu FPMM sendiri sedaya upayalah kita cuba membentras segala kejadian-kejadian yang tidak diingini ini, dan memang kita sentiasa macam kita juga ada mata dan telinga kita lah dari sini nelayan sendiri, komuniti nelayan yang sentiasa melaporkan perkara-perkara ini. Perkara ini berlaku tidak tentu masa, kadang-kadang pada hujung minggu pada malam hari lah kebiasaannya yang berlaku kejadian ini, dan pada siang hari apabila maklumat kita terima tu agak lewat, dan bila kita keluar kejadian tu dah tak ada di laut, jadi kita terpaksa kita rugilah di situ. Jadi mungkin kita perlu satu langkah yang lain yang perlu kita dapat.
With the marine ecosystem at risk, time is ticking for us to protect the marine environment.
Sibuti Coral Reef National Park, located in Miri waters, is a marine national park that was gazetted on the 19th of April 2007. So the main intention of gazetting this area is an entire water body, you see. So it's because there is an urgent need to conserve our marine biodiversity as well as to ensure a sustainable use of our marine resources.
To protect the biodiversity of the Miri Sibuti Coral Reef Complex, PETRONAS launched a 5-year environmental conservation project in collaboration with the Sarawak Forestry Corporation, SFC. This follows the success of another PETRONAS eco-marine project in Bintulu, also known as Biodiversity, Environment and Conservation Beacon. Some 2,000 units of artificial reef balls are deployed at the Sibuti Reef Complex to regenerate coral reefs and prevent illegal trawling activities.
The PETRONAS Sarawak Forestry Eco-Marine Project was launched in October 2016 by the late Chief Minister Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Anand Satim. This project is implemented in collaboration with our partner, the Sarawak Forestry Corporation Sdn Bhd, a wholly owned Sarawak government agency responsible for the conservation of Sarawak biodiversities. The objective is very simple. We want to protect and conserve the marine biodiversity of Miri Sibuti Coral Reef National Park.
So what we're seeing with our very own eyes is how this reef ball is being deployed into the ocean. As you can see, it's not a very simple task to just deploy this reef ball, as these reef balls are said to be as heavy as 1 ton. And since today is a good weather, weather permits us to witness how it's being deployed. But during bad weather, when the seas are choppy, it will be almost impossible to deploy these reef balls into the ocean.
The PETRONAS Sarawak Forestry Eco-Marine Project has 2 main components: the deployment of artificial reef balls and conservation, education, promotion and awareness CEPA program.
These artificial reef balls are highly effective in regenerating corals. They will last for 500 years under the sea. The coral will start to grow on them almost immediately after being placed on the ocean seabed and will be visible just after 6 months.
Sebenarnya projek Reef Ball ni dia boleh macam memelihara dan dia melindungi habitat marine dan sumber-sumber perikanan di negeri Sarawak inilah, khususnya kawasan Miri Sibuti. Jadi untuk selain daripada itu, ia juga boleh menghalanglah aktiviti pencerobohan, terutamanya di kawasan pesisir pantai ini sebenarnya. Dalam proses kita memelihara sumber tu, jadi projek Reef Ball ni memang baguslah. Jadi ia boleh menerapkan konsep responsible fishery ya. Jadi kawasan-kawasan perikanan alternatif ni boleh mengelakkan kemerosotan sumber perikanan yang ada lah.
If they come to that area, the net will be entangled and then will be torn by the reef ball. So they don't dare to lose 2,000 to 3,000. So they avoid the area, turtle safe, coral grow, local fishermen happy.
So it's very important, for example, to develop these areas, enhance this and protect these areas, because a lot of our people in the coastal areas are now dependent on the marine life as part of their livelihood. So marine biodiversity is an important life support system for food and other economic benefits, like the terrestrial biodiversity we have. we need to have a long-term plan so that this can be sustained for the future. We want to make Sarawak as an important destination for ecotourism in marine, and also to make sure that our people continue to enjoy the benefits that they can reap out of our seas.
Miri is more than just an oil and gas city. It is also a popular tourist destination for its natural heritage.
Selain daripada Gunung Mulu dan juga Nia, Miri sekarang dikenali juga merupakan salah satu destinasi untuk diving. Dan walaupun dia masih baru, tapi ia mendapat tarikan sambutan yang sungguh memberangsangkan sebab Miri merupakan destinasi diving yang paling menarik dan tempatnya memang sangat cantik. Lebih-lebih lagi di Sarawak ni.
Over the past few years, diving in Miri has garnered much attention from the scuba diving fraternity.
A few years back, Miri is not actually known as a diving destination. However, for the last 2 years, you can see more and more divers are coming to Miri, and you can see more dive centers are opening up, and people from Singapore regionally or even China are starting to come and dive in Miri itself. You actually get to enjoy the school of barracudas into mackerels and even up to whale sharks. Miri has 40 over dive sites, but literally that's not about it. There's even further down to Sibuti, or even going out further out to the open sea, which is like to Luconia. So there's a lot of uncharted dive sites. So potential-wise, it's unlimited. Yeah.
To find out more about Miri diving sites, I have got to check it out myself.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to Borneo Dive Network. My name is Steve. How may I help you?
My name is Sulin, and I'd like to book some fun dives in Miri.
Oh, that's excellent. Are you a qualified diver?
Yes, advanced open water.
Great. And when was the last time you were diving?
About a couple of months ago.
Oh, that's fantastic. Why don't you take a seat down here and I'll show you some of the dive sites and we can go ahead with the booking.
Okay, cool.
Please. Okay, tomorrow we are planned to do 3 dives. The first dive will be out at Sunset Point, which is a deep dive. It goes down to 30 meters, which is perfect for advanced diver. Next, we are thinking of heading to Reef. It's a beautiful dive site. And then the third dive will be at Eve's Garden, which is a little bit shallower, but it's a beautiful dive. and it's on the way back to port. So how does that interest you? Would you like to go ahead with that?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great then. We'll get you booked on for tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
Thank
Can't
you.
wait. Never thought diving in Miri would be so beautiful, so awesome. They have such amazing dive sites here. I've never seen coral reefs so healthy, so beautiful, and so many fishes. I'll definitely come back to Miri to dive more often.
If we don't do it now, foreign trawlers, local trawlers who sweep the bottom of the sea will finish it off and will have a barren bottom of the sea. If we love Sarawak, preserve our environment, our sea environment especially so.
Tune in to the second episode of Reefs, Conserving the Treasures in Bumi, Kenyalang, to dive into efforts to conserve Sarawak's marine environment.